everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am going to be making dinner tonight. I'm going to try and keep it pretty simple. It's been kind of busy today painting the apartment because that's what you do during a quarantine when you have time. So my menu is going to be some roasted potatoes. I have 2 potatoes that I need to cut up, and I'm going to toss it with some olive oil, salt and pepper, and some herbs, and I'm going to start that first and get it in the oven because that will take the longest. With this, I am going to also roast some asparagus, but I'm going to prep them and then put them in the oven when the potatoes are closer to being finished. And then the other thing I'm doing is a chicken breast. Roasting potatoes are honestly the simplest and probably most delicious thing that you can do. I'm cutting them into chunks, but you can cut them vertically to make roasted fries, and either way it's really delicious. I'm using a baking potato, which is a russet potato, but you can use a red-skinned, the yellow-skinned potato, anything that you like really, but I do like how the russet potatoes come out for this. And my favorite combination is salt, pepper, paprika, and a dried oregano. And so I just toss everything together really well. I have my oven preheated, and I'm just gonna pop them in and let them cook until they're nice and golden brown. So here are my potatoes. They're seasoned up and they've got a nice dose of olive oil on them. I'm going to pop this in the oven. So for my asparagus, I did drizzle some olive oil on this. I'm going to put some black pepper and then some lemon zest, and I'm gonna do some Parmesan cheese. Not very much, just to kind of get that salty flavor. And I'll toss this together, and this will be ready when I need to put it in the oven. This is my cheese. So I'll toss this together, and then I'll leave the asparagus on a single layer on this pan. So for my chicken, I do want to pound it out. I have one of my chicken breasts in between some saran wrap or plastic wrap, and I don't have a mallet, so I'm going to be using my French rolling pin, and I'm going to pound this out thin, and it's working, so you know. Of course, if you have a mallet, go ahead and use it. I'm just going to use this though. And if you're tired of being at home, this is a good way to get your aggression out. So. And you want it to be one even layer, so you'll get better results with a mallet, especially if you have one with a smooth surface that just kind of pounds out away, you know, the fibers of the chicken. But this is pretty good. It's just under 1/2 inch. Maybe a little bit less. Actually, I think it's about 1/4 inch. So I'm going to set this aside, pound out my other chicken breast, and then I will show you how I season this. So to my chicken, I've lightly seasoned it with salt and pepper, and I'm going to be dredging it with a bit of seasoned flour. So I'm kind of doing this opposite, but usually you dip the chicken in the flour, but I'm just gonna do it like this. So my chicken is just waiting to get cooked. I've also sliced up some slow roasted tomato. I will have that linked in the description box. I do have another video explaining how to do that, as well as some thinly sliced onion. This back here is a pat of butter that'll finish my sauce, and I'm going to be using some basil. Now, my potatoes are looking like that right now. So they're getting there. I would say maybe another 10 to 15 minutes. So I'm actually going to wait a few more minutes before putting in my asparagus. So once you put the asparagus in the oven, that's when you can start with your chicken. I have got some olive oil heating up in a pan. I'm going to do each piece of chicken separately just because I've pounded them out quite large. You do want this to sizzle, so I'm going to raise my heat a little bit. And I'm using a nonstick pan, but you can use whatever pan you have. And then what I'm going to do, I am going to put half of this onion in, just so that it can kind of flavor the chicken as well and cook. I am not putting any garlic in this. Tragically, I am running low on garlic, and I'm not going to run to the store just for that. So I'm just kind of working with what I've got. I'm going to let this go a little more. I do want some browning. So now that I've got them almost done cooking, I went ahead and I fit everything into the pan. And this will work. This is fine. I want to make my sauce, and I'm going to do this directly over the chicken. So I'm going to take my wine, pour a little bit. I'm also going to add some chicken broth and just let that hang out. And I'm also going to put the tomatoes, and I'm going to cover this up for about a minute, so just that it kind of gets together. And then I'm going to go ahead and just kind of add in my pat of butter and my basil. And this is pretty much done. Everything is out of the oven now, as well as my asparagus, so I'm just going to plate and serve. So here we have our dinner. We have some roasted potatoes with some herbs and spices, as well as a Parmesan lemon asparagus that has been roasted, and our pan sauteed chicken with a tomato, onion, and basil sauce. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this recipe. I will have it described down in the description box. For those who may celebrate Easter, I know for my family, it's like clockwork every year. We always have the same type of thing, and roasted potatoes is usually one of them. And asparagus is another popular item as well. Normally we do lamb, so this year, I don't know. That's why I did the chicken kind of dressed up a bit, if you needed an idea on what to do or what to serve if you are celebrating. And if not, this also makes just a really nice special occasion meal. Please remember to like and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you next time. Bye.